Hi everyone, this is Francisco, and in this video I wanted to talk about the movie. It was called Boat That Sunk and Survivors. Went adrift for a few days. Only 2 survivors, or survived, we can say. I think it's spelled with a U, not an E. So within you, whatever. Okay, videos, and it was oh yeah, wait, it wasn't this one. Let's see here. It was this one right here. And it's called They Could Have Survived If They Didn't Leave the Boat. I Shouldn't Be Alive at Doco Central. And anyway, I pretty much shared this movie with my dad today, and I just came up with a few ideas that I wanted to share with all of you. That's all. And if you guys are wondering about my face, it's just a face mask. Okay? So try not to dwell on it for too long, or just ignore it throughout the video if you can. But if you're used to my beautifulness, well, either way, I'm beautiful. Doesn't matter what people say or do. Anyways, so I came up with a few ideas regarding lifeboats. And I know things were different back in the day, but whoa, goddamn, that was a fucking fart. Lifeboats. And I was thinking of a sign with a sign on top stating help. So, because think about it. This is a lifeboat. And okay, you guys see how this one says, "Marry me, Kelly"? Well, I was thinking something that will say, "Help me," in case someone at a distance were to see it. Because in the movie, there's a few times excuse me, when the people on the life raft noticed a ship in the distance, but nothing ever happened. No, people, the people, it's possible they could have seen or noticed the life raft, but if a life raft is noticed from a distance, it could be difficult for people on a ship to recognize it as a life raft. Ship and other boats at sea. Oh man, didn't get the S in there. Yeah, so like if we take this image for instance, so right here we see a ship, and then out here there's like this little dot, this black little dots, and pretty much that's how it will most likely appear to other boats. Okay, so they were stranded out there for a couple of days, and they didn't have any supplies. They didn't have any water. They didn't have any like survival food, although it was stated in the movie that yes, they did have that. And that's why in the movie, one of the characters, one of the actors that reenacted the movie, because the movie is based on true events, a true story, okay? So yeah, one of the actors in the movie threw out a survival kit. I believe it was of like resources within it, like water and food, and I think they even had. I think she even said one of the survivors who shared her story later on after they were rescued. I think she's in the movie, and she's basically sharing certain things. But anyway, so she said that they did have stuff, including possibly a walkie-talkie, some type of radio. But I think it was lost when they threw it out the ship. So my idea, see, because the waves were like this, they were super high up and low, so I mean, I think they were climbing like 20 feet above sea level, and then they would drop like 20 feet below sea level just because of the waves, and that caused a lot of stress on the boats, which eventually caused it to sink. But before it sunk to the bottom of the ocean, these people, I believe, threw out these emergency supplies. But I was thinking that these resources or whatever should be within the lifeboats. So I don't know how they look like today, in today's time and age, but I'm thinking that they should have those resources within the lifeboats. Or whatever they're called, right? And here in these pictures here, I noticed that they have like a covering, which is pretty smart, because these survivors were exposed to the sun. And if you guys are familiar, or if you guys remember about the harmful effects of the sun, then it's pretty much common sense why you guys would want to add some type of covering of some sorts on the very top of the lifeboats. Especially if like, for instance, like in this movie, it wasn't like something that was modern. I think it was one of these actually, but without the engine on the very back of it. It was just like something like this. It was like exactly like this in the movie. So they did have a little bit, like on the front end, right here. And two of the survivors would actually go in here. But what I'm kind of thinking is something overhead, and then obviously something that would something that would like like catch the attention of ships or whatever. Maybe like some reflective tape or some type of reflectors. So like if any type of light gets pointed and directed towards the life raft, um, it could increase the chances of their survival. Um, and obviously, like something that would say, help, or like SOS or something like that, or something. And then I think in the movie, like towards the end, these people were urinating inside the life raft, and I don't think they ever made any attempts to remove that infected water from within the raft. Which was a big no-no. If I may say so myself, because they had t-shirts on, they could have easily removed their shirts, and they could have used that to absorb the dirty water, because it was all over their pants and everything. Either way, all over their skin, that water was making contact with their skin. So they could have each participated in cleaning out that water and cleaning that stuff, washing that stuff off with the ocean water, which I believe the odor from the urine and blood and the chemical buildup and the odor that it produced over time only increased, which drew the attention of the sharks, in their direction, wherever they were. Because sharks are like flies, and wherever there's dead meat and anything rotten or rotting, flies are there. And the same is true with sharks. Sharks eat dead things, dead corpses. So it's only obvious that those sharks were hot on their tail for those reasons. And not only that, but in the very beginning of the story, one of the survivors badly injures her leg. So that as well drew the sharks there. So yeah, I don't know if these people were aware, but there's multiple times in the movie where they're expressing their feelings. I think it was the two survivors and they were sharing their side of the story. And yeah, they would bring this up about the urine and the blood, and they even said like mucus or pus. I'm thinking it was probably some type of bodily de de what's the word, decretion, something that comes out of the body, which was in the form of pus, but it was body fat of some sorts, because obviously fat floats to the very top of the water. So it makes sense if they noticed the pus there. It must have been floating, and it was some form of body de what's the word, decretion, no, I forget the word, like something, liquids that come out of the body, but not from urine or poop, but from the pores and sweat and the stress and the fear and the paranoia and a bunch of other stuff. They were hungry. They were terrified. And then the sharks were right underneath them. So who knows what else these people were going through. So yeah, you guys should watch the movie. There was I think 6 people, 6 survivors, but then only like 2 survivors ended up getting rescued out of the 4, and the other ones, they were dehydrated and hungry as much as the surviving ones, the ones that were rescued. I mean, some of the other guys, they were so thirsty that they were drinking the ocean water, the salt water, and then they began to hallucinate. They began to speak to themselves. They began to speak out loud. Some of the things they were saying didn't make sense. So, I was telling my dad that it's possible that some of these people that walk around on public streets talking to themselves are most likely dehydrated, like these people were. And because they were normal, they were responsive, and they would communicate effectively like educated people. But once they became very dehydrated, they were like in a completely different world, and they were speaking to themselves, and it instantly reminded me of a person on the streets. Yeah, when a person's on the streets, walking around, speaking to themselves, getting in the way of vehicles, they're like in the middle of the street, and everyone says, well, they're on drugs, but I think it's sad that there's people out there, going through this stuff, and I'm thinking that they're not in their right state of mind to defend themselves, and also to realize what they're going through. So whenever you people see people like that on the streets, it's an emergency situation, and they should be taken to a mental institution, some type of mental institution, so they could get checked out. Maybe even their water content within their body could be measured with some type of technology to verify if my statements are true. If a person is speaking to themselves and they somehow test their body, their water level, and if at the end of the day the results are like, yes, it's true, they only have a little bit of water within their body, then then that would be great, because it will bring these people back to being normal. And once they're normal, they could be questioned regarding anything you people want to ask them. Whether it's just basic information regarding their identity, and or whether it's regarding a criminal act or acts they were involved in. So it's very important that these steps are taken very seriously and accordingly to cause these suspects potential suspects to cooperate with law enforcement, and to also ultimately help them get off the streets. And again, just remember that I'm not the one talking shit here. Just for the record. I mean, do we need a moment of silence? Because I could do that. So anyway, yeah, I also don't know how many people have to stay at sea in a lifeboat per year. Says it's impossible to give a single number for how many people are stranded at sea in lifeboats per year. The number is likely very small, as lifeboats are primarily used in emergencies and as a last resort. The International Maritime Organization (IMO) has regulations including the Safety of Life at Sea (SOLAS) convention that require ships to carry enough survival craft like lifeboats and life crafts to accommodate at least 75% of the maximum number of people on board. Here's why it's difficult to get a specific number. Rare occurrences, ships sinking or experiencing severe emergencies are relatively rare. Varied situations, the number of people in lifeboats would depend on the specific incident, the size of the vessel, and the number of survivors. No central database. There isn't a central global database tracking every instance of people being in lifeboats. Focus on safety. The primary focus of the SOLAS rules is to ensure that ships have enough capacity to save as many people as possible in an emergency, not to track the number of people in lifeboats. So, I guess we could just change up this. We could rephrase the question, in other words, and we could type in something like, how many lifeboats were reported in emergency situations. I don't know, let's say in 2022. It says in 2022, RNLI, Royal National Lifeboat Institution, lifeboats were launched 9,312 times and crews saved 389 lives. These lifeboats, manned by volunteer crews, were also launched over 9,000 times around the UK and Ireland's. I don't know how to pronounce this word. Ireland's coast. Additionally, the RNLI's lifeguards saved 117 lives in 2022. And so this RNLI is referencing to a lifeboat. So let's take a look at that. So most likely something that looks like this. D-class lifeboat, the workhorse of the RNLI for 50 years. But it doesn't make sense because it has an engine on it. I mean, unless they do it on purpose to get the crew members safely to shore. Explore the lifeboats in the RNLI fleets. Let me see. It says in 2022, RNLI lifeboats were launched 9,312 times and crews saved 389 lives. So, okay, so these are the responders, I believe. Because as a novice, someone that doesn't really understand these businesses, it never specified that they were a rescue team crew. So, I mean, it would be nice if they specified that. And the rescue crews saved 389 lives. Well, I don't know, maybe it should just be common sense, but okay, so it makes sense now. These lifeboats managed by volunteer crews were also launched over 9,000 times around the other places, in other coasts or whatever. Additionally, the RNLI's lifeguards saved 117 lives in 2022. So, I mean, so it seems to me that these were most likely cases where this company, this institution, the Royal National Lifeboat Institution, was somehow affiliated with emergency rescue teams being like dispatched to search for any survivors in one form or another, and possibly through the means of some type of internal tracking device or some type of radar tracker or distress signal once the boat the people on the boats decide to use the lifeboats, because like we read earlier, there's specific rules and stuff like that. So it's possible that once someone pushes that button, it radios it in by default, and rescue team, like a rescue team, gets prepared and is sent almost immediately to rescue some of these people, or as many people as possible. But yeah, anyway, so that was for 2022. Let's check 2023, because there could be different data here, but no, again, it's the Royal National Lifeboat Institution. In 2023, the RNLI lifeboats were launched 9,192 times. These launches were across the UK and Ireland, and resulted in 355 lives saved. The RNLI also had 242 lifeguard units who aided to approximately 20,000 people. So there you guys go. So let's type in 2024. In 2024, the RNLI lifeboats were launched 9,141 times, assisting close to 20,000 people. The lifeboat crews and beach lifeguards saved a total of 434 lives that year. The RNLI has an active fleet of 448 lifeboats and hovercraft with 238 lifeboats stations. Also, now they introduced the hovercraft. So let's look at that. Hovercraft RNLIs. Which I should have probably added a comma before RNLIs, so I could read RNLIs hovercraft. Oh, so this is it here. I thought a hovercraft would have been some type of drone device. Some type of drone rescuing technology. And I don't know if these people are even using satellites nowadays, but I mean, that's also a good one. Satellites, imagery for lifeboat emergencies. Satellite imagery plays a crucial role in lifeboat emergencies by helping to locate distressed vessels. Okay, so that says a lot right there. And people. The COSPASSARSAT SARSAT system, whatever. A global search and rescue network uses NOAA satellites to detect and relay distress signals from emergency beacons. This information is then sent to search and rescue teams, ultimately leading to more effective and timely responses. How satellite imagery helps in lifeboat emergencies. Well, there's a lot of information. I'm not going to read it all. Okay, but that was just a brief description that I read when I typed in satellite imagery satellite imagery for lifeboat emergencies. So that's what I just read right now. Okay, there's a lot of information you people can read up on for yourselves. Yeah, if you guys are working as a team or alone. But I just want to click on these images real quick. The images tab. So yeah, there's a GPS satellite tracking or tracker, and then I don't know how this stuff actually works, but there's like a transmitter, emitter, and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know how this stuff communicates, but it gets sent out. It gets radioed out to the satellite. Then the satellite sends it to the rescue center. But just in the event that there is some form of EPIRB failure, which is the transmitter, the beacon on the lifeboats. If it fails for whatever reason, I'm thinking that this is when like my ideas will come into effect and will be helpful to some degree. And I don't really like that the lifeboat is like flat. For me, I would prefer for it to have some type of cone shape, kind of like a re-entry vessel, which is more like I don't know. To me, it looks more visible. Looks more, it's pointing up. So I think it will be more. I don't know. I just think it's more noticeable, but it's much larger too. So I mean, I don't know. I just think like a little cone. If somehow you guys can make it into a cone, I think it would just I think it will increase the chances of people's survival at sea if they're ever adrift, if they're ever out in the ocean, and not just that, but it will increase the chances of boats and computers and cameras to detect something that is pointing up as opposed to something that is flat. But that's just my own like outlook or whatever. So yeah, like this one right here, this shape. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know, but if somehow you guys could like make it stick out, like stick up, I think it would be helpful. And then obviously something that will say like help or SOS, something of that nature. Because I'm bringing that up because these people had to shout. They had to shout, and they had to like move their arms to catch the people on the ships attention, to grab their attention, to get it, to get their attention or whatever. Because if someone's on a ship and they see a boat, they may think, oh, these people are just out there having fun, minding their own business. So even if someone's at a distance, if they see something out there, they're not going to go towards it. Especially because everyone respects each other, and they automatically give each other their space, right? But if they look in that direction with a like I don't know, those like telescope things, but it's for like ship telescope. I think they're called binoculars, but I'm going to wait for these results here. And I don't know why my internet's being slow again. It's super slow. It's always been slow. Not really, but I hate when it gets this slow. And it's usually when I open up a bunch of tabs where it gets super slow. Binoculars. So anyway, if someone sees, if they look through their binoculars or whatever, or one of those pirate like telescopes or whatever, at least they'll be able to see the words help from like miles away or whatever. And that's my idea of increasing the chances of someone's survival out at sea in an emergency situation without having radios and stuff like that. Yeah, and I honestly don't know the differences from the Well, actually, now that I think about it, I do know the differences from the hover. Those boats that hover, because they could go on land and then into the sea, on the sea, and then out of the sea. So it's like a dual functional boats, which makes sense. So now that I close these tabs, let's try to refresh this, see if it will refresh this and provide something to us, to all of us who are viewing this right now. Yeah, because this is fucking me over right here. I mean, this is worse than being fucking out there at sea right now. Oh, there it is. So it wasn't that bad. Yeah, so you people get it. Some, binoculars, whatever. This right here is called a Nikon type something. It's probably some form of brand. It's a brand, Nikon. So anyway. So yeah, these are the ones I was referring to, the binoculars old telescope. Some type of telescope. Well, anyways, that's what these like Pirates of the Caribbean would most likely use. Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh, I forgot to type in using binoculars. There it is. So yeah. So yeah, they will basically be able to see the life raft at a distance and not dismiss it. It will just be obvious to them. Yeah, it would just be obvious to them that that there's someone out there in need of help. Yeah, and these other lifeboats, they just look like regular lifeboats. I don't know. To me, they're just not, like something that I would want to trust my own life in. Like, I mean, I know that it will be able to save my life. But I don't know, I'm just thinking, shade, because these people were like super they had blisters and everything. They had I'm pretty sure some type of sunburns and stuff like that, which I can't even imagine. That right there is the most horrifying torture ever. I barely go out to and get some sun exposure. And to me, it's like it burns the shit out of me. It's my skin is very sensitive. And these people were out there for at least 72 hours without water, without food. So yeah, having the survival food and other resources, maybe like a flare or something like that, within the lifeboats. So it won't matter if the lifeboats, it won't matter which side the lifeboat lands on the water. The survivors that go into it will be able to open up and access those survival resources that will be provided to them, from these companies, and they will be accessible from both sides in the event that the lifeboats, the lifeboat gets thrown out, tossed out, or whatever. And I was thinking, what if the supplies land where they're facing downwards and the people can't get to them? So that's why I thought the people will be able to access them, at whatever side the lifeboat lands on. Yeah, because these people, I think they threw out their resources, their food and stuff. I think he messed up in the movie because he could have easily tied a rope to the life raft and to the supplies, so that they could have easily reeled it in or whatever. But these guys, they threw out a I don't know, some type of floating board or whatever, and I think that's what pretty much saved their life. I think that's what saved their lives in the heat of the moment, because they threw out this floating board and one of the sharks got to it and it started pulling the life raft in a completely different direction from where they were originally at. So originally they were over here. They were right in the general area where the boat sunk. And remember, one of the girls badly injured her leg, so she was bleeding excessively. And then all of a sudden, they threw out this board, and the shark got to it. And now they're in a completely different location. Even if it was only 10 feet away, or 20 feet away, or 30 feet away, or 50 feet away, or whatever it was, it got them away from the other sharks in the heat of the moment. So I think that was, like a God moment, or whatever you guys want to call it. Like a miracle, or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I'm saying this because they threw out a floating device. The shark got to it and was like trying to eat it or whatever. Or it was just trying to examine it. It was studying this foreign object to it. So in a sense, it was just playing with it. It was probably trying to figure it out. It was probably most likely trying to figure out if it was food or not. And upon realizing that it wasn't food, it just probably left it alone. But I'm just saying that because if the man who threw out the lifeboat and the supplies, if he was to tie it all up together, most likely the sharks would have got to it, or the rope or something. And that's the reason why I'm saying that if somehow you guys can somehow add the emergency survivor supplies and other resources within the lifeboat, so as it won't get lost or detached completely from the lifeboat at any given time, or at any type of circumstance or situation, then that would be the ideal thing to do in my eyes. So I think that if it's not like that right now, it's just a matter of integrating these ideas with something, with what's already out there. And if the words help could somehow be like retro-reflective, which survivor teams should know what that is. So if the words could be retro-reflective, or if everything around the letters could be retroreflective. I think that would help out. And then obviously in a color that will be the most noticeable, out at sea. So I mean, I'm assuming they're using red on these lifeboats, or orange, because it's the color that will stand out the most. But if it is not the color, then I would recommend using a color that will stand out to the contrast of, what is it, like black and blue, contrast color. So maybe a yellow, but I'm not sure. It says black is a dark neutral color, while blue can be a cool, calming color, and the combination can be elegant and sophisticated. However, it's important to consider the specific shades of blue, as darker blues like navy may not provide enough contrast with black. Lighter shades of blue like azure or powder blue can work as well with black. Black and blue can create a striking contrast, especially when using lighter blues. Black and blue contrast colors. I think I'm not I'm not proposing the question correctly here. So, I mean, let's just go to black. Black contrast colors. Wait, so that it says 25 colors that go with black. Well, anyway, right here it says contrast red, H equals 38. Contrast black, H equals 0. So most likely it is red. But whatever that color is, I mean, look at this. We have a darker blue here. We have a dark blue, like a navy blue, and then the opposite of the color wheel is yellow. So maybe it should be changed to yellow as opposed to red. Or I don't know. I mean, you guys are in the business, not me. So you guys could vote for it. You guys can maybe possibly ask artificial intelligence, AI technology, to give you guys more information regarding that. But whatever that color is that will stand out the most. I mean, I don't know how to propose the question though. What color stands out the most with black? Bright contrasting colors like white, yellow, and neon shades and vibrant reds tend to stand out most against a black background due to their high contrast. These colors offer the greatest visual separation, making them easily noticeable. And remember that in the movie, one of the survivors said that he couldn't even see some of the people at night, like in front of him, and they were only feet away from him. So it was dark and very scary, especially because there were sharks and stuff like that. So that must have been, I don't know, I would have probably just had a heart attack just with that alone. All bullshit aside. So yeah, right here, for some reason they have this image here. It says 4 eye-catching color combinations. Eye-catching, no. I'm not. Well, anyways, I think it clarifies it right here. It says white, yellow, neon, shades, and vibrant reds. So I'm assuming that this red is used for that reason, and this orange color, neon orange color, but red kind of blends in with black at times. Especially with different lights. For instance, okay, so this is me. So don't get freaked out. I'm doing a screen recording, remember. So I'm going to turn off my light, and I'm going to turn on this color thing. Okay, and then I normally select like a random color, and notice anything black in here. Well, but mostly red, the red color. So this is red, and if I hold it up to that was blue, that's green, blue, red, green, blue, red, green, blue, red, green, blue, red, green. So I wish I could stop it, but I can't. So so far I see the white color. I can see the yellow. But when it goes blue and red, this red color almost looks black. So, out there at sea though, out in the sea, I don't know. I wouldn't really go with the red. I would prefer going either with the white or yellow. You know, and I don't know though. I mean, if you people think red's the best, then stick with that. But I think these boats should be like retro reflective, definitely. So Lifeboats, obviously I already said with the sign on the top. I'm actually going to keep this one, so because I may want to go back to that. So Lifeboats, boats at night. But see, I don't know what color this boat is right here, but it almost looks black. And it may be red. So, it just has to be compared with other vibrant colors. Oh, you know what? There's also some colors that change into a different color with different lighting. And I noticed that because I have this LED strip, and this yellow on this bottle will actually turn into like an orange color with a different light color selection. So watch, I'm gonna show you guys real quick, and I think it's super important. Okay, so let's go to a red. No. Green, no. Blue, no. Wait, which color was it? Maybe a blue. Starting to turn orange. Shit. It's not doing it no more. And it's actually a yellow color. Okay, so shit, it's kind of hard to. I think I don't know when I'm doing this, when I'm normally doing this, when I'm actually looking at stuff, I'm normally not looking at it through the camera. It's actually with my eyes. Okay. So I'm noticing a red light causes red colors to stand out more. So let me see. First of all, let me look for a red. Okay, so my thing here of the countries behind me, there's red on the very top, Russia, Greenland, and Canada, and Alaska. So if I go to red, notice how the black is different. Watch. Let me go to a different color, blue. See, it blends in with the black. Can you guys see that? But if I click on red, well, it kind of, well, it, what I'm saying is that it doesn't look black like this. Okay? See how it's black on black? It looks like it's gone, like it's almost like missing, even though it's there. But if I click on red, then it shows, because it's red. Okay? And the reason I know this to be a fact is because I have the United States flag up here. And as I'm looking at this stuff with my eyes, I can see the red, it stands out with red, and it doesn't blend in with black as other colors will cause it to blend in with black. So this is very important for you people who are out there searching for survivors and stuff like that, because if there is low visibility for whatever reason, and these colors and lights could cause an object, like for instance in this case the lifeboats, to stand out, then that will increase rescue teams which could result in saving people's lives or not. Okay, so I'm going to click on blue. See how the red almost turns like a blue color, almost black color. Green, it also looks black. And then red, it definitely stands out. Can you guys see that? It stands out big time. Especially with the black background, it stands out. And you guys could also see the white, and then the red, the white. So yeah, and then this is like a lighter red. This is a blue color. This is a white. Wait, wow, this is a white color. I don't even know why it doesn't even look good. I swear this is the white color, and it doesn't even look white in here. Oh, there it is. What the fuck? That was weird. It was almost like a blue or something like that. It looked like someone was standing there, but like my dad. But anyway, blue, green, red, white, see, look at that. That's like a green color right there. Yellow. Okay. No. I'm gonna leave that up there, and I'm gonna see if we can see it if I change the color. Blue. I can't see it. It's kind of hard. Green. Red. Eesh. It's still. Dang it. Yeah, that's not good at all. Red, green, blue, red, green, blue, blue, green, red. So hold on. Red, green, blue, and then white, blue, green, red, green, and blue. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, like there was also like this other little thing I had. Oh, the yellow. Hold on. Okay, I have a few of these. I have a few of these yellow liquid leveler things, and these are mainly used for like hardware, for like for installing like stuff in a restroom. But this, I think it was this one that turns orange, not the color orange, like a plastic orange. But this liquid would turn orange, I think it was. So let's try it. Yeah, right there, with the blue light. It almost looks like it's glowing. It almost looks like a little light. Well, it's kind of hard with this background, but if I put it right in front of my shirt, you guys can see that, right? So, oh yeah, and then so there was that. There was this color, but there was a oh, I think it may be in the trash. Hold on. If I didn't throw it away already. No, I threw it away. Hold on. Like, look at, for instance, oh yeah, like this orange, this soap. See how it's orange now? I don't know if it's orange though. Is it orange? Let me click on different colors. Blue, red, yellow, green. Shit, that someone was there again. So scary. I hate that bag. Freaking freaks me out. No, this is fine. I thought it was a different color, but these lights, they freak me out. They psychologically trick me. But let's look at this top ramen soup. It's like a red color. Let's see if it changes the color. No. Oh, right there. With the red, it looks light. It looks light with the red. And then with green and blue, it looks darker. That's green. And then this is blue. So blue makes it look super dark. And then red makes it look super light. I don't know if you guys were able to see that or not. I hope you guys were able to see it though. So green, blue, red, green, blue. Yeah, I think these are like the best bet. And like, trust me, it was one of these things. Like some of this plastic that I could show you guys through the internet. So it was a quarter toy covered with plastic clear plastic with a clear plastic container with a yellow lid, and hopefully it'll come up. It was some form of plastic that had a transparent, maybe I should write it like that instead of clear, but it was a transparent over here, transparent yellow lid. One of these, but it was transparent like this red one. Yeah, like this, but it was yellow. It says red 50 red vending machine capsules, 2-inch empty acorn cases for gumball containers. So so let me see. So instead of red, let's type in yellow. Vending machine capsules, 2-inch. Yeah, and it was pretty much like one of these things. And man, this thing right here, it was glowing with the LED strip, like these things do. So I'm saying this because, you know, if somehow you guys could cause an object to glow from a distance just because of a light or a laser or something like that, then you know, you guys could do some incredible things just with that alone. I mean, was the color red? Oh, let me see. Hold on, let me select the camera here, because I don't remember if it was red. No, I think it was green. No, blue? Yeah, blue. Blue, the blue color is what causes this yellow to just glow. Yellow liquid, which I think is super cool, you know, in light of a, you know, emergency situation. Because look how I mean, it's almost like a reflector. Yeah, but oh, look at these. Look at these flowers here. They're yellow. I'm gonna click on the blue. Not really. It's not clear enough. Yeah, and then they're kind of like green on the inside, so no, that's not going to work. But yeah, I mean, I would encourage all of you to look into that that clear plastic. This is another example here. Yeah, but it only works with blue for some reason. And again, these are all like neon colors. And I could try to turn down the regular light in here. There's 3 of them. I have this one. There you go. And it's almost like a glow in the dark type of toy or whatever, but it isn't. And I wish I had the other toy because, man, it was like the brightest thing in here. It was almost like a light, like an LED light. Like, seriously, it was. This is another yellow object I have besides these things. But let me see here. This is also yellow. And yellow. China's in yellow here. So let me try to. This sign I have. Security notice. This property is protected by AI technology. This is something I had someone make for me through Fiverr, the company Fiverr. But anyways, it has this yellow, so let's see if it works. Not really. Yeah, I can't really see it. Not from all the way over there. Can you guys see this? Shoot, I can't even see anything. Alright, hold on. Yeah, this wand. I mean, but it's kind of hard to see. Yeah, this yellow is definitely noticeable. Shit. Yeah, but especially like right underneath this is like super obvious, but maybe I have to go more direct, you know, aligned with the light. It may make a difference or not. I don't know. We'll see. What is that? My glasses? Yeah, but anyway, this white stands out. So maybe white will be better. Honestly, maybe white is better than red or the color yellow. I'm looking for my remote. There it is. Wait, hold on. I see something else that's yellow. No, didn't work. Whatever. Well, anyways, those were some quick little examples of I don't know, just to help people out, you know. I'm just thinking here, and ooh, look at this one. I found some more yellow. Make America Great Again. Trump. Never surrender. So let's try this out. Turn off the lights, go back to blue. No, not really. It depends on how the light's hitting it, I think. But look at that, that was yellow. But is it different? Is a different type of material. Obviously, like this, it kind of glows. This definitely glows. Let me see. Well, that's my camera. Let me see here. I'm gonna click on some different colors. Blue, red, green, red, blue, red, green, blue, red, green, blue. So, you know, those were some little examples of the colors in contrast with the white reflective tape, but man, I wish I had that toy. It's really throwing me off now. Ooh, I see a green color with the Ziploc bags. Let me try that color. I just want to experiment now. So this is a green color, green plastic. Let's try this out. Green, blue, red, green, blue, red, and I think that's like the only colors I have here. Well, anyway, like even these colors change on here. Red, green, blue, yellow, green, some type of green, blue. I don't know, it's kind of hard to see it though with the camera. So whatever. Yeah, I'll just leave it alone for now. So, anyways. So yeah, it depends on the transparency of an object. But yeah, like a yellow transparent color, it definitely lights up. But I don't know if that will attract sharks or whatever out at sea. I don't know. So that's something that you people would have to, like, I don't know, that's what people would have to, like, research, or you people would have to experiment on, one way or the other. Because there is obviously gelatin, which is something that is caused or produced by or in jellyfish, right? Gelatinous zooplankton. At night. So I don't know if sharks are drawn to this stuff or drawn away. If they will be drawn away from it, or if they will be drawn towards it. So that's something that you people would have to experiment on and stuff like that, because that's exactly what they will see. They'll see something glowing, especially if there's a light, like a small little LED light. It'll cause this thing to illuminate like a light bulb. Like, seriously. And then I think it depends on the shape as well of this object. Or of the object. Of the... I wouldn't call it an invention, but I would go more towards like a light bulb, something round. But anyway, just because it's a different world out there. A completely different world out there. This is pretty cool. A jellyfish lamp. Anyways, oh shit, it's already 2:20? No wonder I feel like I have a fucking migraine. Yeah, so we just have to be careful with these, the fuck? Never clicked on this. We just have to be very careful with these, neon illuminating, lights. Just because of, the different animals that could be out there in the ocean. And if they're able to, if some of these animals are able to detect engines or even submarines, or if they know if there's a boat out there without any engines, then it could potentially come out and attack. I mean, I don't know if it will even be worth it for some of these animals out there, because you know, a human is so tiny compared to other things in the ocean. You know, for a snack, I mean, for, you know, for a shark, a human is just a snack. So, so yeah, anyway. I don't even think it'll be worth it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyways, my grandma gave me this hat. I love it though. I have some Trump stuff around here. Trump banner. Some Trump photos with his wife. Him and his wife. And I have the policeman's prayer. And then I have a microphone. Because I, people, plan on becoming the President of the United States of America. One day. One day. In the future. I don't know for what reason. I don't know why. But just because, even though I can't speak like these people can, But it doesn't really matter. I mean, I don't have to speak freely. I could try to read like a I was gonna say manuscript, but like something I could read, but my reading skills are just horrible as well. Especially when it comes to certain names and words. So imagine that I'm live and all of a sudden I can't read a fucking word. Like Ireland. And I mean, I don't even know if I'm spelling it correctly. I don't think I am. I think I've heard it. Like, yeah, I think I'm mispronouncing it, in other words. But, no one gives a shit about me. What really matters though is just getting these ideas out there. That, to me, that's the only thing that matters. Because yeah, that was that was a very crazy story. Real life story that these people shared with all of us. Fuck, man. There's this fucking mosquito thing attacking me again. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus Christ. Scumbag. Motherfucker. Doesn't give a shit about us, If it was up to God, we would all drown and die and suffer. But if it's up to the American people, we would fucking do something about it. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to play around with all these colors at night without actually doing it. So it's kind of hard for me to provide my own feedback. Besides, like, what I experienced here with these with this LED strip thing. It's probably online now that I think about it. Blue light. Causing a transparent yellow plastic blue light causing transparent yellow plastic to light up. So let me read that again. Blue light causing transparent yellow plastic to light up. And I'm going to click on images. Jesus Christ. I mean, am I the only one who plays around with my LED strip lights? You see that highlighter right here? Maybe a highlighter would definitely light up people under the blue lights, most likely. Shit. And what about LED blue light causing transparent yellow plastic to light up? What is this? Flashing blue lights. Any ideas what this weird plastic device with a flashing blue light is? I found it left in the middle of a road. Oh, it's probably most likely a one of those things. Emergency flare. Now I'm getting distracted, am I? Flare. How do you spell flare? With an E-R-A-R-E? Flare? Okay, yeah. So most likely is a flare. That is used in an emergency situation. Which I'm referring to. So maybe it connects. You know, it goes along with whatever I'm referring to here. Yeah, because it kind of looks like it was broken. Like it was damaged. And I can see some yellow fragments in between this unknown object here. Like it got broken. And maybe it got ran over or something. But the maybe it was a cover, and it was causing the light to get directed downwards, so this yellow liquid could glow. But other than that, I really don't know. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, people don't really care. People don't care. People don't give a shit. They're out there living their lives and shit. The only people that are going to give a shit are the people that really went through some shit and that really care about others and don't think themselves more superior than others. People that are going to care are people who could put themselves in other people's shoes. People who could put themselves in others' shoes. I should have said other people's shoes, but whatever. It says, don't put yourself in other shoes. Their shoes don't fit. It's not about how you would feel in their situation. It's about how they feel. It says, always put yourself in other shoes. If you feel that it hurts you, it probably hurts the other person too. wisdomlifequotes.com says, don't put yourself in other shoes. But it's all on perspective. The real saying is put yourself in other people's shoes. Or try to put yourself in other people's shoes. Trying to right here, definition: to imagine how someone else feels in a difficult situation. Example: put yourself in my shoes. What else could I have done? ? And yeah, many examples could be shared. Based on this question, what else could I have done? ? I mean, we can get so many responses from that. Millions, billions, trillions. Double that, triple that, whatever. So yeah, anyways, people. Anyways. Oh, happy Cinco de Mayo, everyone. I don't even have any money to be celebrating Cinco de Mayo. And I'm a fucking Mexican. I'm a fucking Mexican American with no fucking money. People out there in Mexico are fucking partying more better than I am. Cinco de fucking Mayo. Whether you're fucking rich or poor. Doesn't make no... Look at all these fucking invitations and shit. And I'm not invited to one. It would have been better for me to fucking be born in fucking Africa or in Mexico, or I don't know. You motherfuckers live it up too fucking much, huh? Enjoying yourself, motherfuckers? Is that what it really comes down to? Enjoying yourselves, huh? And then bad shit happens, huh? Accidents happen? Accidents happen all the time. As a matter of fact, the other day I shitted all over myself. I accidentally pooped my pants when I thought I was simply going to fart. No, this is real. I mean, I'm not joking around. This really happened to me. Farting gone wrong. Look at that. I mean, these people are all over it. You know, hands down. They're all over it. Did I just shit my pants? Question mark. Here I sit broken hearted, tried to shit but only farted. Then one day I took a chance, tried to fart but shit my pants. He did the opposite? Pooping my pants. It's okay, it happens to me all the time. Look at this. Yeah. Happy day, happy life, happy year, happy birthday. Good morning, good night, sweet dreams, good luck, God bless you. It's a bunch of bullshit. But like I said, no one gives a shit, right? Everyone's too busy living it up. I mean, look at the Titanic. If you guys think about the Titanic, it was a cruise ship. They're out there to party. They were out there partying, living it up. not giving a fuck about me. Or if I'm invited to a fucking piece of shit fucking Cinco de Mayo fucking party or not. Or whether I'm fucking here in my miserable fucking house all fucking day long. That's why I have no fucking sympathy for none of you. You know, but at the same time, my heart wants to help all of you. But I'm mostly motivated by riches and wealth, and in the hopes of being rewarded and what's the word, contributed in at one point in my life, whether it's now or later, you know. So when I do this, you know, best believe that I'm trying to make some fucking money. I mean, who the fuck isn't? That's why a lot of you people are so lucky that these rescue team people go and save you motherfuckers. Because they don't have to. And it's a bunch of bullshit, because I just read somewhere that these people were volunteers. Like, I think that's exactly what some of these people want. They want fucking volunteers for everything. Volunteer for this, volunteer for that, volunteer at church, fucking community service, volunteering. You got in trouble, volunteer, bitch. Community service, bitch. While all these other fucking rich motherfuckers are making hundreds and thousands of dollars every fucking year. So of course, you know, I don't know if anyone else out there is feeling some type of way because, you know, they're not making as much money. But I, on the other hand, am feeling some type of way, regardless of the fact. And that's what I'm saying. No one gives a shit. No one gives a shit if I was fucking rich or poor. You know, people don't give a shit. Just like I don't give a shit about Bill Gates, the richest man in the world, or Elon Musk, or, you know, Donald Trump. You know, I respect these people. I respect what they do. They're lucky, very, very lucky people, individuals. But they don't give a shit about me. None of them, you know, send me money. Well, I take that back. You know, there was a stimulus check, which the United States Treasury sent to everyone, and I received one of those checks. So, yeah, I take that back. Regarding Donald Trump only, though. Because, I mean, yeah. Like, Elon Musk never gave me shit. The other guy never gave me shit either. The computer guy. Software guy. But whatever. I mean, maybe you people are too busy partying it up. Or maybe, you know, maybe you people out there just, you know, think you could do it all by yourself. or you thought you could. But we do have AI technology now. So I think it should, call us out on certain things. If we're doing something wrong as a human race. Because there's a lot of people out there. There's a bunch of people who start a business, and it gets passed down to it gets passed down to it gets passed down from like one generation to another. It gets handed down to family member to family member to family member. But eventually, some of these family members, they don't want anything to do with the company. So some of these people sell the company. And then some of these people have barely began like documenting everything through the internet and in writing regarding how to run a business or a particular type of business. So I mean, there's people that are risking their lives, putting their trust in these companies, whichever these companies these are, okay? And to me, that's the scary thing about it all, because I just think that we should give authority, full authority actually, to AI technology to govern our lives and to reason and think for us and to act on our behalf and to make decisions for itself that will ultimately help and benefit the human race. Like for instance, like right now I was playing around with the colors, and we did the contrasting color comparison or whatever, and it said red, neon colors, white, and yellow just a few minutes ago, or like an hour ago, whatever it was. Sorry, I'm scratching my ass. Yes, I am. Hold on. I'm almost done. Just itchy. It's probably filled with all kinds of bacteria, that's why. Sweat and shit. Feces and shit. I haven't showered and shit. But no one gives a shit, right? No one gives a shit. Shit. No one gives a shit. Anyways, but yeah, AI technology is the fucking answer. Because Who are we going to trust? An ex-felon? Or AI technology? Are you people going to believe me? Or AI technology? Or someone out there that's super fucking intelligent and smart, and that's after fucking money? Hello? Hello? Yellow? So, yeah. AI technology all the way. But whatever. I'm going to end this stupid video. And hopefully God ends my fucking stupid life soon. Because, who wants to be living like I am? But yeah, it's pretty fucked up. What some of these people have to go through and put up with. You know, another thing I could think of is like some type of antenna. Like something that will fold out. Like the NASA ISS. Well, I should just say ISS. ISS, International Space Station. Like I think they're retractable no, not satellites. Solar panels. Yeah, like this. But like an antenna. A fucking antenna, dude. Like, I don't know. Let me just type in. Yeah, but it's like this one. Space station solar panel stays stuck or whatever. Maybe not like that then. Retractable antenna. Wow, that's a fucking shame, but whatever. I mean, a stuck solar panel, really? When all these people are relying on clean oxygen and purified water and a bunch of other stuff, the whole 9 yards, and then you people are planning on sending people to the moon or to planet Mars. It just doesn't make sense how solar panels are getting stuck and preventing some form of energy loss. But I mean, maybe, everything's just an experiment though. So maybe solar panels are just an experiment, because there's also, what's that stuff called? Like submarines submarines have it. Nuclear fusion. I think that's what it is. Most likely, that's what these ships are running off of anyway, without anyone knowing. Oh, look at perfect example. What is this? Pneumatic antenna mast for quick deployments, whatever that means. But yeah, something like this. And so it will go up, and maybe it could have like something. Like I don't know, my head hurts. You people think about it. But be smart about it, you know? Not like me. Is that why I don't make the money? Because I'm not smart about it? Or because I'm a smart ass about it? Or because blank? You fill in the blank? Maybe because I'm a jackass, moron, retarded motherfucker, hypocritical motherfucker, handicapped motherfucker, or maybe because I'm a pig, or maybe because I'm a self-righteous son of a bitch, or maybe because I'm a goody two shoes, fucking retarded moron. Well, I don't know, you people tell me, you fucking people tell me. I mean, I don't know. People are dying everywhere and shit. I mean, you tell me. You tell me. Americans. America. I don't know. I mean, you tell me, people are falling out of the sky and shit. I mean, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? There's people dropping out of the sky. 9/11. Well, I don't know. There's this guy. If you guys watch the documentary, and I don't know. They ask him, "What do you think?" And he's like, "I mean," he was like, "I don't know." He was like, "I don't know. You tell me." People falling out of the sky. So, you people tell me. Just like how he said it, You people tell me. I don't know. You people tell me. You fucking people tell me. Okay, I can't be serious. Oh shit. Okay, you people tell me. I don't know, you people tell me. I don't know. I don't know anymore. You people figure it out. I don't know anymore. I resign. I have enough money to resign anyway. And to eat beans for the rest of my life. Or potatoes. I love potatoes, by the way. And beans. And coffee and creamer. And a bunch of other foods. But I don't know, you tell me. What we should do and how we should do it. And how we should go about it. And how we should execute it. And this and that and this and that. And it's all an experiment. So don't get all over my ass about it. Bitch ass motherfuckers. These are just my thoughts. This is my fucking blog. If you don't like it, get the fuck off of it. If you don't like me, don't follow me. If you like my shit, follow me, bitch. Suck on my nuts. Swallow my cum if you want. I wouldn't recommend it though. Fucking cum is nothing but living bacteria. Just let that shit go in your mouth and spit it out, bitch. Because, yeah, you don't want none of that shit in your mouth. I think that's how people develop cancer and shit like that. I don't know what the fuck people are thinking. I don't know what people think. I don't know if people do think. But either way, I'm fucking sick and tired of this shit. Either way. But like I said, I believe we should just let AI technology figure this shit out for us, because we humans got everything fucked up and twisted. And we just don't know any better. That's the best way to say it and to put it. We don't know any better. And AI technology could think and reason the way I am, openly. In different perspectives. You know? Like the fucking antenna idea. You know, to like draw attention. You know, that fucking antenna is made of some type of chemical or whatever that could be noticeable from a long distance. Then hello. Or like the help sign. Well, it's not really a sign. Just something that is painted, that will be painted on the life raft. Fuck this shit. It's driving me crazy. It's driving me nuts, you know? Just thinking about all this shit. If it's not money problems, it's other problems. Like school shooting problems. Like the 9/11 attack problem. Like people drowning and people committing suicide. And people just going through a lot of shit in life. And I don't know. It's past my bedtime. Big time. But this movie, I don't know, people. But I could do this all day long, though. All I have to do is keep on watching videos. And, I could come up with a lot of shit. Because, how the fuck would I be able to put these fucking bums and make a connection with them talking to themselves? With these bums talking to themselves, and then these people, these survivors on the life raft, when they started speaking to themselves. I mean, it's a clear sign that is due to dehydration, the lack of water. Because they're doing drugs. When they do drugs, they abstain from food and water, and brushing their teeth, and taking showers. So, I mean, there you guys have it. And if these survivors are still alive, they'll be able to tell you people. Because they said it in the movie. They said it in the documentary movie. They said that they haven't had any food and water. That they didn't have any food and water for like 3 days. 2 or 3 days, whatever. But yeah, they didn't have food and water for the whole time. And then they didn't have any soap. So they were just there, soaking in each other's urine, and most likely vomits and sweats. And I don't know how they did it with the poop. If they even pooped, I don't know. Because they were so terrified of the sharks. But I would have made an exception. I would have personally put my hands in the water to clean out that nasty water from the life raft. Even if a shark came and fucking bit my arm, like, fuck it. At least I tried. I'll jump out of the fucking life raft. If the pain just got too unbearable for me to stand or whatever. I mean, I don't give a fuck. But I doubt that would have happened, because they could have easily chewed on the life raft, but they chose not to. So I think if I were to put my hands out there, I don't think anything will happen. Those life rafts are, I think there's nothing but air inside of them. A shark could have easily bitten it, and all that air would have been gone. And the life raft would have sunk to the bottom as well. So I'm surprised they didn't do that. But happy Cinco de Mayo, motherfuckers. Hopefully we don't have too many crazy psychos out there this year. Shut the fuck up, dude. That's not funny, dude. Dude, that's not funny, dude. Shut the fuck up, dude. Dude. Shut the fuck up, Dooney. Pony. Shut the fuck up, Pony. Yeah. Suck on my balls. And lick on my asshole.